Como Park Zoo and Conservatory is proud to present Adventures with Ashley.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Adventures with Ashley. Today we have a special guest with us. It's a container of dirt.
Ashley, he's in the dirt.
Of course he is. He is in the dirt, yes. What do you guys think is in the dirt? Because of course I know what's in the dirt. Okay, so obviously today we are talking about animals that like to bury themselves. Some animals like to live in trees, some like to live in water, but some like to live under the ground. So what do you think your guess is as to what is in this dirt? I can actually see the dirt moving right now. So I think our special guest is ready to make his appearance. Do you all have your guesses as to what you think it might be? Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can take a closer look. And just kind of start slowly moving the dirt and see if we can kind of uncover our special guest for the day. Whoop, I'm starting to see something. Whoa. What do you guys think it is? Any guesses? If you guessed a snake, you are correct. This, he wants to go back in the dirt, but we're going to take a closer look at him. This, everybody, is Beau. And Beau is a Kenyan sand boa. Now, if you look super close at Beau, you can see some special adaptations, which are basically things that Beau has on his body that helps him survive in his environment. So like I said, he is a sand boa, which means he likes to live in the sand. Or here at the zoo, he lives in coconut moss, which is what our dirt was. Now, if you look at his head, you can see that his eyes are on the top of his head. So they're right at the top. They're not on the sides like some snakes have their eyes right on the side. His are more towards the top of his head. And that's so if he is buried underneath the sand, those eyeballs can still stick up out of the sand and help him keep an eye out for food or predators or anything else that might be by him that he might want to look closely at. Also with Beau's head, you can see that it's kind of shovel-shaped. Kind of has a more flat, round shape to it, similar to a shovel, so that helps him dig. When we watch him dig back into his coconut moss, we'll see a little bit closer how he uses that head like a shovel. And then after he starts digging in his hole, he's going to use the rest of his body, which is covered in scales, to help move into the dirt. Now, if you look closely at his top scales, you can see they're a little bit smaller than the scales on his stomach. And that's because the scales on his stomach are what he's going to use to move and slither around. Another thing you might notice with Beau is that he is really moving that tongue. He's flicking it back and forth like crazy, and that is because he is actually smelling with that tongue. So right now he's smelling me, he's smelling probably the tablecloth. He's just kind of getting a feel for what's around him to make sure that there's nothing that he might find to be dangerous or that there's nothing that he might want to eat around him. Very cool. So give you a second to make a few more observations about Beau, and then we'll give him a chance to go back into his coconut moss and we can take a closer look at how he buries himself. All right, so we're gonna give Beau a chance to head back into his coconut moss here. Now, when I put him down in there, he's probably going to bury himself pretty quickly. Sometimes it happens super fast, so keep an eye on him, and he's really gonna start using that head as his shovel. He's gonna find his spot that he wants to go in. There he goes. So he starts with his head, and then he slowly moves the rest of his body underneath that coconut moss. Now, some of the other snakes we have here at Como, like I said, some like to live in trees. We have our emerald tree boas in tropical encounter that prefer to live up in trees and hang out there. We also have some snakes that prefer to live in water most of the time, like our anaconda Xena that we have in tropical encounters as well. So different snakes live in different areas and different parts of the environment, and the Kenyan sand boa likes to live in and under the dirt. Super cool. He's almost completely buried. A little bit of the tail left. And he's gonna stop right there. That's where he's gonna stop. Nope, he's still going. There we go. And just like that, it's a container of dirt once again, and doesn't look like there's any animal in there. Super neat. Let's take one more look at Beau burying himself in the coconut moss. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you had fun. Share this video with friends and family, and slither on over and check out our snakes at Como Park Zoo and Conservatory. If you take a picture next to one of them, make sure you tag us at #ComoAdventures. See you later.